Earlier, they asked him what size shirt he wears, and he looked at me and goes, "What size shirt do I wear?" I said, "How do I know?"
Well, the last T-shirt that I got.
Look at my tag. Look.
He ripped it off.
We look. Yeah.
But he looked at me. I was like, "You're giving off the wrong vibe here."
I was like, "Hey, Dad."
We're live. Welcome to the Iron Palace Podcast. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Iron Palace Podcast, the world's most anabolic podcast that makes your brain swole and your excuses weak.
I like it.
Yay.
But
ChatGPT never fails me, dog.
brain swole, though, is that, I
don't know.
Is that a tumor?
No.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing, is it?
What's the opposite of a tumor? Whatever that would be, I think that's it.
Yeah. We're off to
Just don't think about it.
Yeah.
So anyways, this is our day one episode at the Arnold. That's why it looks weird and probably sounds weird. And there's been a lot of mishaps to get to this first recording. So let's hope it goes well.
Yeah. It's been nothing but perfect. Flawless.
I'm glad y'all think so. Thanks.
No mistakes whatsoever.
Yeah. Trained professionals.
Favorite guests ever.
So we are joined with our second time on the show, but first time in person, Jeana the Machina.
Yeah. That's me.
That's me.
And then she brought a friend we just met 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
So let me introduce. So this is this is Tanaya. She has a world record bench, world record total, world record best friend.
Oh.
I think that's my favorite.
Yeah.
One, you know?
That's the biggest PR.
World record bag bitch.
Hey.
World record handoffs. Like
World record
everything.
handies.
Wow.
That's an impressive
Can
resume.
you guys say that about each other?
No.
I don't think I would ever say that Holland's my world record bag bitch, but
But does he give world record handies?
I'm not disclosing that on podcast.
For the answer to that, check our Patreon out.
It's a podcast after dark.
Link in bio.
See our link tree.
So you're at the Arnold to bench, or are you doing a whole meet, or what are you
No,
here for?
I'm here to have fun. I have a friend benching in the
Great
cage
answer.
tomorrow, so I'm going to watch her, and then a bunch of friends competing in the Arnold Amateur.
Heck yeah. Awesome. So are you guys here the whole weekend, just tomorrow, or what's your plan?
Yeah, we're here the whole weekend. We're here, like tonight said, one of our girlfriends is benching in the animal cage tomorrow. And then we have a lot of friends competing in the amateur strongman on Sunday. So we're here to handle them and just see everybody. And, it's hard sometimes since we have friends all over the world to be able to get together. So anytime that we can meet somewhere, anywhere, we kind of take advantage of that and do that. So this is kind of the second time we all got together
December
for OSG. And so we all flew out to Madison, Wisconsin in December.
Yeah.
And you must really like your friends.
It was great. I'm just letting you know, so we're in California and it is 75 degrees today. And we came to Columbus, Ohio, where it's 30.
Yeah. Me and my wife experienced that last weekend. We went to visit my sister in Arizona, and it was, 70s. I wore shorts and a T-shirt all weekend, and then we flew home to a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Like, this is stupid. I'm going back.
So see what? I packed a hoodie. So we're good.
See, that's what I thought. We got here and I put my hoodie on. I was like, we're ready to go. And I walk outside and this was not enough. This is really cold.
Alan actually put shoes on.
Yeah, I took my flip flops off, put shoes on.
Yeah.
So it was cold.
Oh my goodness.
It wasn't our smartest thing we've ever done.
But it wasn't the dumbest.
Not the dumbest thing.
By far not the dumbest.
Yeah. I think one of the dumbest things we've done just happened like 20 minutes ago. Alan,
I feel like that's not.
if you saw it, you might agree with me.
I don't Yeah, the way it was described, it's like maybe not even top 5.
Yeah.
If I know this one, it's definitely not top 5.
I feel like she. Yeah, I feel like she knows this too well.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So is what are they doing in the animal cage? I know we walked by today and it was just, what was it today? It was
I think so. Nick Camby did something with log today. Tomorrow, our friend, she's just doing like 315 for reps. So just whatever she can for reps.
must be nice.
Ask this one. It must be nice.
She's kind of doing like a weird super total thing with Lily Riley is gonna squat and Casey Romero is gonna deadlift. And I think those are both gonna be in the 600-pound range unless they're doing AMRAPs. I don't know actually. It's just gonna be a lot of heavy lifts and pretty cool to watch.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, they said, someone asked me today, said, y'all going to go lift in the animal cage? I was like, no.
The schedule I seen showed an open. Anybody could do it.
So they did
At the
they did like an
very first and
anybody
very
can
last.
do it. Because we just went and kind of checked out things at the end of the day since we just got here, and they were just kind of letting whoever.
Yeah, you had to sign a waiver. And,
Yeah, there was a girl in there benching like 65 pounds.
yeah, this morning they had.
So you could have done it.
You had,
Exactly. See, now that's the challenge I need to do.
You would have felt right at home.
this morning they had
finally.
max reps of your body weight bench.
I cannot do that.
That's what I said.
I'm
Maybe it was
probably
like
good
half
for 2.
Yeah, I was like, cool. So I can go and bench press 256 like twice, really slow.
Get 2 singles though, like 10 minutes apart.
Yeah, I was like, man, boys. Like, especially whenever we walked up and they said the reigning total right now is 31. I was like, nah, I'm not even
That's what
stopping.
that girl was doing that. So there was some girl in there benching. She was smaller, so it was a really light amount of weight, but she got it for like 60 reps.
That's
and I was like, Tanaya, you should do this. She's like, I can't bench the air for 60 reps. Like,
yeah, that's
I'm
a
a
lot.
power lifter. I do 1 rep. It's hard.
Yeah, me and Holland are on we're doing a 16-week prep right now for a bodybuilding, not an actual show. We don't think that's kind of in works on if it's going to be legitimate or not. Either way.
It's a challenge.
So right now we're doing a lot of reps and we hate it. We talk about it often.
When and where is this bodybuilding show?
It's going to be June.
Tentatively it's June 8th, but we're working on some possibilities of something different.
Where is it going to be?
Well, again, tentatively it will be at my house. But
So you're just going to be walking around in a little Speedo.
So we have,
correct.
Tanning each other in Speedos.
we have a couple friends that are legit bodybuilders that have agreed to score the contest.
The challenge between them.
But their stipulation was that we had to go all out, spray tan, trunks, oil,
And so now they're
And so
talking us into doing an actual show. If we're going to do it, I was like, gross.
but
I should.
yeah, and I am definitely I'm a set of 3 and 1 kind of
The most amount of reps I've
But
ever
it's just
done
like
is
multiple
5.
sets of 3
yeah.
with no rest.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. You count to 3 how many times?
Yeah.
Oh, it's killing me. I'm like,
Yeah, whenever he gave me my program the first time and I read it, I was like, dog, that says 20.
Is it supposed to be a 2? I think you
Yeah.
added a 0 for some reason.
There's a typo.
Why are there 2 numbers next to each other?
So the first one is a set of 2 and the second one is a set of 0, right?
Yeah, that's the way I read it.
That makes sense.
I think I'd said it on podcast before, but Holland had texted me one day and he said, dude, I just ran a mile and a half and almost died. I said, I just did 3 sets of 20 lateral raises. It's basically the same thing. We both
I
almost
see no
died.
difference.
See, thank you.
I don't know.
By the end of it, I couldn't raise my arms. I couldn't breathe. I had to sit down for a long time.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm not. Don't let this fool you. I'm not a runner, and
I am so glad I was seated when you told me that.
Never would have guessed.
I know,
Truly
I know,
aghast
I
over
know.
here.
I am built like a distance runner, but
Not just a runner, a distance runner.
I'm built like a Kenyan, and so I know it's shocking, and yeah, so every single one of every single step of that mile and a half was just agony. Like,
Like from the very beginning.
I was like, why am I doing this? And I was like, to beat Caleb. That's why I'm doing this.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I had my first meet with my coach to go over posing, and I said, "How's it look?" And he goes, "I mean, it's not a bad start." And I was like, "Dude, we're 3 weeks in." I was like, "What do you mean not a bad start?" And he was, I was like, "Honestly, you know what? Let's dial this back a minute. Is it looking good enough to beat Holland?" And he goes, "I mean, maybe." I was like, "That's all I need to know right now."
He's like, listen, give it a solid 6 to 8 months and you'll be right there.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. I was like, "Look, I'm not training to beat Sam Solik over here, okay? I'm just, I'm just trying to beat one guy."
I love that.
2, I guess, me and Holland. But yeah, whenever we were talking about the animal cage, it's like, so you want to go try it? I was like, for one, that's a bench press for body weight for reps, so that's a no. And 2, I don't need to go in here and do some open deadlift and show up with my measly 600-pound deadlift and be like, "All right, boys, watch out."
Everybody calm down.
And then watch everybody else deadlift like 800 and be like, "This is a good idea."
Everybody's like, leave that on there. I need to warm up.
Yeah.
The 1,000-pound deadlifters are gonna go in afterwards.
Yeah, they're like, "All right, cool, do quick 10 reps." I'm like, 10?
I can't even count that high.
I just learned to count that high.
All my fingers. All of that.
Can I take my shoes off?
Well, I love the healthy competition between you guys. I'm really excited. I need to see. Are you guys gonna do like a behind the scenes, like making the bodybuilder?
I don't know. That sounds like a lot of work.
I think you guys should do it.
We're definitely gonna video the competition.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll try to get as much footage of stuff as we can.
Because we definitely need to see that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
You guys can't keep that just for personal use.
oh, no. There's been a lot of talk about it, like around like our small circles. And so we've already pretty much thrown the challenge out that if enough interest is behind it, we'll make it a bigger event than just us like in my driveway. But
Listen, we went and saw one of our girlfriends competed in wellness.
Yeah.
So we spectated one entire bodybuilding show. So we are more than qualified to judge. Okay.
it's more qualified than me. So
We've spectated one.
Yeah.
And then we turned into like those, those 2 grumpy old guys from the Muppets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in the bleachers. We're like, oh my God. Like, Shirley thinks she's going to win looking like that?
yeah.
Her quad separation is terrible.
We were literally just sitting there just talking shit the whole time. Like eating fucking corn dogs. Like talking shit.
These people are terrible at bodybuilding.
Yep. I do that all the time. I've never done bodybuilding in my life until right now. And that's what I do watching everybody. Like we're looking at pictures of Sam Solik, like he just won his IFBB pro card. And we're like, I mean, his legs look phenomenal this time, but like last time, we're like, I don't know.
It's like his back looks kind of weak.
His conditioning just wasn't there. Like we have any idea what we're talking about.
So we've spectated one. So we've got you guys.
I've never sat through a whole one. So
It was real boring.
It was, so we didn't realize, because like I said, it was our first one.
Yep.
And so we drove. So we're in Sacramento. So we drove to Reno. So it's like a 2-hour drive. We drove there because it was our friend's like first show. And so we were going to support her. And we're like, okay, cool. This will probably be done by like 6, 7. Go get dinner. We were there till like fucking 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
It was, and like, I'm like, oh my God. We like left to go get food and then came back. And I was like sleeping in the lobby of the convention center because I am a geriatric lady. I go to bed at 9 o'clock. So
I wish I went to bed at 9 o'clock.
Amen, sister.
See, and that's what, like, we've had our friends on that are bodybuilders, and I tell them on podcast, off podcast, anytime I talk to any of them, none of them sell the sport of bodybuilding to me well at
Every
all.
time they describe what they're going through, it sounds awful.
Like every time they're like one of them, he coaches IFBB pros, and he even said, I recommend you have about $3,000 to $6,000 in expendable money for your competition. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like for one, this is not talking like.
okay, but like, what are you spending? Because you're not spending the money on hair and makeup. So what are you spending the money on?
So as we have recently learned, an outfit for a female IFBB pro can cost over $2,000.
I've definitely heard that.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
And we just found this out because we just had an IFBB Pro female competitor on, and she told us all about it. I was like, I never would have guessed this.
The spray tan is how much?
It's
is
at
it?
least 100, I
Yeah,
think.
it was like it's $150 for the tan.
Well, that's
$2,000,
reasonable.
$2,000 for the suit, the hotel room, the travel. Like,
And then, not to mention, each
need to
class
have,
that you do is like $100.
you need to have like $4,000 ready
Yeah.
just to do a show.
They said usually, like, whenever you go to a show, you can compete in multiple divisions. So each one is like $100+ just to be in that one.
Yeah, each division is like signing up for a whole new competition.
I don't know. I feel like I want to talk shit about it, but also I spend thousands of dollars to travel around the world to pick up rocks.
But at the
No, see, though,
So I'm like,
but see,
I don't do it in a sparkly bikini.
But
so
see though, but like you need like $4,000.
I would definitely do it in a sparkly bikini.
But like
I'm
you
gonna
need
hold you to
$4,000 to do a local show. You
Need what?
They're talking about like $4,000 to do a show in Idaho or whatever. You know what I mean? They're not flying to Iceland.
Okay,
to do
first
a
of all,
show.
I've never been to
National shows,
Idaho, so I don't know how it compares.
Well, I'm just
Listen to everybody. If there's anybody that listens to us in Idaho, don't take this offensively, but Idaho stinks.
Like what?
Like, just literally stinks.
it smells like old potatoes.
I've driven through there several times, and every time my first thought is, it stinks. I don't like it.
Is it just too starchy?
Yeah, I get my carb intake just driving through there every time.
Just inhaling your car.
Yeah. So yeah, no offense though,
yeah.
but I don't like Idaho. But yeah, they're talking about like spending that money to go to like, I don't know, 30 minutes away.
Yeah. National shows, not small stuff, but like a big
Right.
show.
Yeah.
Like NPC qualifiers.
That's rough.
But yeah, it's like, so in my mind,
That's counting his hotel stay and his
Yes.
food prep and everything.
Yeah.
so in my mind, if I'm comparing that to what could I be doing, because that's always how I think, is if I do this, what could I do instead? And to make sure this weighs out to me. And so now I'm thinking I could do this whole show, or I could go to Scotland and lift a lot of rocks, stones.
Stones, yeah.
Sorry. So I'm going to go lift stones.
You should totally do that.
But and
working on
also though, like when they're talking about like their weight cut, like their prep, you know, how dehydrated they are and how bad they feel and how all this, and I'm like, why? That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
You know?
Because
Like,
they look hot.
Well, yeah, but the thing is,
I'd rather
though,
not look hot.
But the thing is, though, they talk about, and then they were talking about how like you only look that good for the show, and you can't keep that because you'll die. You have to, you know. And then, of course, as soon as they refeed, they're like, "Oh, now I'm fat," and they're talking, and a lot of them are talking about how bad the body dysmorphia was.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they always want to look show ready, you know, stage ready, and you can't do that. And I was like, I don't want that messing with my head either, you know. Like,
I've already got body dysmorphia.
doing
I don't need it
Yeah,
worse.
it's bad enough.
so
as
we're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
different strength athletes.
And I just like the idea of you know, lifting heavy and eating a lot.
I mean, we had that whole conversation before
I'm
this.
so
Yeah.
glad you decided to pick up bodybuilding. Like, it
And-
just seems really on par with your goals.
I don't think pick it up is what we're doing.
The only
Just dabbling.
Yeah, it's more like we're borrowing it.
okay. So my goal is just to beat Caleb at something else. You know,
What's the other things that you've beat Caleb in?
Okay, it's easier to name the things that he hasn't. Anything grip, he does not beat me ever.
oh yeah. If it's a grip competition, then I have no chance.
I have video to prove that, so keep an eye out for those videos.
Which ones?
But
The ones from today.
but if it's a strongman powerlifting,
Yeah. Unless it's a 2-man deadlift in which we're matched. We're even. We both have that record.
yeah.
But pretty much everything else he beats me in.
And so I'm wanting to continue that with bodybuilding, but
I just want to beat him so I have, more than one thing that I beat Holland at.
Well, I think, if you guys just try really hard, you can.
Achieve our dreams.
If you guys just try hard enough, one
you
day.
should write a self-help book.
Like, that was the perfect. If you shoot for the moon, you'll land amongst the stars.
Well, as you do your best, you have fun.
Yeah, have fun with it. Oh, that's
I'm not having fun with it.
the IFBB pro coach was talking about how he had picked up some clients that had like their previous coaches had him on like their diet program was bad and all this, and like this one, it was a female competitor hadn't like used the bathroom in 3 weeks or something.
It was some really
And
wild amount of time.
Just stuff like I'm like, it's just
That
Yeah.
sounds very unhealthy.
That sounds very uncomfortable.
Apparently, he said that's not normal. I was like, thank God, because if
Yeah.
that's what you were going to say was normal, I'm out. This challenge is
I was
over.
like-
I'm going back to eat whatever I want.
oh yeah.
Did you say 5? You held up 4.
He said 4.
Oh.
He said 4 or 5.
Oh.
He just didn't go with the.
Pick number 3, my lord. But-
Yeah, like 4 or 5 different types of stack for like 6 months.
Yeah.
so yeah,
It made me think of when Ronnie Coleman was on Rogan. He was like, test, D-ball, whatever, just normal stuff. This girl was on like twice that much stuff.
I think people need to realize less is more.
Yeah.
Less is more in these situations.
that's what actually he wound up telling us. He said that's the end goal. Is like people that are on stuff that are on stuff that are doing really well, you would be shocked to know what they're actually on because it is not a lot.
No.
But the point is, bodybuilding sounds so hard.
And that's what we talked about too, is like barrier to entry compared to strongman, Highland Games, powerlifting, whatever. It's crazy.
Highland
Like,
Games, you buy a kilt and you show up.
there is literally no barrier to entry. You don't even have to own things.
No, I think my first Highland Games, I just
Yeah, you just show up.
showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you did that one too, didn't
Yeah,
you?
our friends taught us on the fly. I was like, I do not know how to do
Yep.
any of these movements. Like, please show me.
And then
Yep.
we did shots of whiskey, and then we had a great day.
And that's how every one of them goes.
fantastic.
But then like powerlifting, you have to make weight class, but I mean those weight
No, you don't.
yeah, you could be a super
You can
heavyweight.
be super heavyweight.
well, but that's what but I mean like you don't have to cut real hard to like until you get to like really upper high level powerlifting. As far as making your weight,
you could still be a super heavyweight.
you just go with whatever you're in.
You shouldn't. Plenty of people do cut way too soon, too much.
And that's what I
but
mean.
You shouldn't.
But like as a general, if you're just starting powerlifting, you can show up, weigh in, and say that's the weight class I want to be in, whatever I weighed in at, and then you'll probably do okay as long as you're above average strength.
Yeah, we just judged a meet last weekend, and there was an older lady. I think she was 89 or something. It was really cool. She benched the bar, squatted the bar, and
no,
deadlifted
she was. Oh God.
95 pounds, something like
I
that.
think she was in her
It was
mid.
great.
She was in her mid 70s.
That's
Okay.
still
Mid
insane.
70s. And there was a couple gals in their mid 70s
Wow.
Yeah.
that were doing it. So there's like this group of older
Mm-hmm.
women and older men that do a lot of powerlifting in our area. And one of the guys was like in his 80s? Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the guys was in his 80s, and then a couple gals in their 70s. It's really neat. It's so fun to watch because then we had like all these people 70s and 80s, and then we had how old was that girl? Like 15?
Yeah, there's always a bunch of juniors that are younger than 18, first meet, just getting into it. It's pretty cool.
See, and that's what I mean. Like you can just get into powerlifting. You get into bodybuilding, you got to cut to the same percent body fat that you would if you're a pro. You just got to know how to train better. But I was like, it sucks.
Okay, so wait, who came up with this idea since you guys seem both so excited about
I'll
it?
be honest with you. I don't remember how it started.
It started, we were talking about newbie gains
Yeah.
and how we would
Now I
like to
remember.
go back to get newbie gains. But the only way to do that is to do something, new. And the only thing that we really haven't done as far as strength sports goes,
Yep.
bodybuilding.
And we were wondering how the ramp up and drop off would go off. Like if you do you peak faster and plateau faster on like a bodybuilding thing? Like do you hit your physique and stop, or does your strength level plateau first?
Yeah.
You did some bodybuilding style workouts for the past while, so what do you?
Yeah.
What's your recommendations? Should we stop now?
Your professional opinion.
Whatever you say here is what we're gonna do.
Okay. Well,
I'm going back to sets of 3 right now.
I think my coach. I had some, general injuries that you get from training for a long time, and so
And picking up things you shouldn't be
picking up the Husfell when you
feel like
really
there's a
should not
story
do
there.
that.
Okay, so I told you when we went to Iceland, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Iceland, and we went there just to spend some extra time there after we were in Scotland, and we just decided to go pick up the Husfell.
Happened to be
As
on
one does.
As one does.
happened to be on the Icelandic news and Iceland's Strongest
Well,
Man.
yeah, we ended up in Iceland's Strongest Man somehow. Picking up the Husafell.
I just realized I'm the only one on this couch that hasn't been to Iceland or picked up the Husafell stone, so that's depressing.
Sounds
That
about
sounds
time.
real sad.
It is real sad.
Do that.
I'm probably going to go cry for now, and then eventually I'll make it out there.
Well, we're going this summer. We're going back so we can do more Husafell. Well, so I can do more Husafell stuff. Somebody hurt
Not
her
allowed.
self picking up the Husafell, so she's not allowed to touch it anymore.
I can't say anything. I mean, I haven't even tried.
Holland, when you picked up the Husafell,
Yes.
did you hurt yourself?
I didn't, but I almost hurt my pride because I had like 12 unsuccessful picks, and I was so frustrated. I went and sat in the car, and I was with Laura. I was wanting to get her last name right, but I'm not going to.
Oh, please try. I've messed up plenty of people's names. It's your turn.
Try.
I'm gonna read it again. Yes, I am definitely cheating.
He makes fun of me every time I mispronounce people's name. But oh no, he's gonna come over here and read it.
I'm still not gonna get it right because, let's see,
You can't let her read it.
Laura Bogey.
Oyvind,
But
can you read this?
Oh, that's a smart idea.
I brought the Norwegian for a reason.
There's also a door, honey.
It's locked. I've got stuff in front of it.
Oh,
Yeah, can you?
yeah. Can you?
Lara Bogi Finnboga Dottir.
Yes, thank you.
Well, that sounds way cooler than ever. Now you say it, Holland.
Just like that. Wasn't that
Thank
hard?
you. That was great.
yeah. So my friend Laura, she was one of the powerlifting coaches for the Special Olympics in Iceland, and so she drove us out there, and it was me and her and my Special Olympics athlete Brad and his dad Kent, and so Kent's freezing to death. He's miserable. We drove 2.5 hours out here, and Kent goes, "Okay, are you tired of being a puss?" I was like, okay now. But then I got it. So
I liked earlier whenever we were telling Kira about that. She said, "Who put me in this car with the windows up? I don't even have any air."
nobody puts baby in the car.
I was surprised at how short it was.
Yeah, and also like I'd messed around with loadable Husafells a lot, and I was
That's
trying
not
to.
the same.
I'm trying to get real down low on it, and it's so top heavy that it kept just rolling out, and it was so frustrating.
So when we did it, so when I saw Sunny do it earlier last year, and she kind of like puts herself on top of it and grabs the bottom and flips it up.
Yes,
And so that's how we did it.
Yeah.
And it worked well.
That's pretty smart.
Because since he said it's so top heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both got it off the ground like 2 or 3 inches.
Still impressive.
But we were super rushed because like I figured, I was like, okay, cool. Like we'll go out to the farm, we'll pack lunch, like we'll spend a few hours out there, have a nice leisurely afternoon playing with the Husafell. And instead we drove 2 hours. Was it 2 hours?
Yeah.
And we drove to Selfoss where they were having Iceland's Strongest Man. And then they were like, and you're up. You guys have 10 minutes. Let's go. All 3 of you. And we're like, oh, fuck. It's real scary.
See, that's scary, but I think me personally would do better under that situation because the longer I have to think about something, the worse it gets for me.
I don't know. Thor was like 50 feet away from me watching us.
Never mind, I'd be screwed.
So it was like,
I'm already like,
Oscar.
Hey, Thor.
yeah.
He was real nice and helpful.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so was Frank Sharp, but I didn't listen to him either.
Our sweet boy Frank.
Oh,
I love Frank, and
love
if I listened to
Frank.
him, I would do way better in things.
well, you should listen.
You should
know.
listen to
I know
our
that
sweet
now.
Angel Frank.
It's not anything bad against Frank. I just, I don't know.
Sweet Angel Frank. That's what I'm going to say to him next time.
Love Frank.
I'll be like, what's up, Sweet Angel Frank?
Sweet baby angel. Love him so much.
So
What was your record in the bench in total?
Oh, to
my
get back to what we were originally talking about.
I don't know. We like spiraled several times.
so many circles.
Oh, so to wrap up one thing before we get to that, so you hurt yourself picking up the Husafel?
Yeah, and so then I started doing bodybuilding style training, and then my coach just kept adding weird things in, probably hoping that I'll go back to powerlifting.
I would.
But they've actually been very fun. So, but I'll go back eventually. I think my records have been taken. My total has been, my bench hasn't. So I have to get that back eventually.
Oh, yeah.
What are your records?
There we go. See, that's a good podcast.
Yeah.
Gina. There we go.
Tell us more about these.
My bench record is 325 pounds
Christ.
in the 220 weight class, and total is 1377.
Whoa.
Jeez.
That's my friend.
You have a shirt with that on it? That's my friend.
I don't, but we have several matching tattoos.
She has a shirt that says "bag bitch." Close enough.
So when she got her world records, we were in Canada. And I was wearing my bag bitch shirt. So I'm giving her a handoff. My bag bitch shirt.
Yeah, those world record handoffs.
See, we were talking about getting matching tattoos this weekend. It was Michael's idea. And so I said, that's a great idea. We should all get matching Tramp stamps. And now they don't like the idea.
Oh,
You
come
should
on!
do it.
See?
You probably don't have a tattoo there already.
Thank you.
Okay, but what would you do, like a tribal?
I've already got enough tribal. I can't do that. We have my brother-in-law printed us logo or coasters that it's a weight plate, but it's our Iron Pals podcast stuff in it.
You should do that.
Matching Tramp stamps.
You guys should do matching tramp stamps.
Yeah.
Also, Hollins doesn't have any tattoo. So.
And his first one should absolutely be a tramp
That would
stamp.
be perfect.
Yeah.
Be really cute with your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, it would just like it would peek out just above your little Speedos for bodybuilding too.
I've never been more convinced of something.
That would be so cute. We can go now. Like,
Well, our schedule's kind of booked for the night, but,
you know what? We can take Holland to go do it now.
You guys can all go later.
They won't end up getting one.
we'll see how his turns out.
Exactly.
And then we'll decide after
As soon as
that.
you get yours, I'll get
I'll be the only one with.
Honestly, no matter how bad I wanted it, I would do that just because it would be hilarious.
Okay, listen, we all have tattoos that we just got because they were stupid and funny.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I have a Magikarp tattoo right here that I got because a guy wanted to do all the original Pokemon one time, like a gotta catch them all, but gotta tattoo them all. So it's $50 each. And I was like, here's my $50. And that's what I got. I had no reason for it. I just wanted it.
I have a.
Hey,
No, it's not.
somebody be on the lookout for Kira. She said she was going to start walking over.
So I got 15 minutes.
But
Not a podcasting just until she gets here.
Just let her walk in. Just join in.
little muscle hamster.
Yeah. So you guys, I really can't wait to see these tramp stamps.
Yeah.
Me neither. I'll undo first.
Yeah.
I've got 11 tattoos already, so I mean.
I've lost count.
I've got 0.
1,
Until tomorrow.
2. When does it become one tattoo?
I feel like I just have one
That's
at
what-
this point.
Like, I've gotten like multiple here, but at what point do they just become one sleeve?
Let's see. Roll it up.
Well, like, it's
Oh, this
here.
is where all your tribal tattoos.
It's all the way up to here. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all the way up here, all the way up here. It's like, but they're all done in sections. Like, this one was different.
It
This
counts
one,
as one.
this one was different. Oh, this was different. This was different.
Caleb got that today. Somebody walked up to him and said, "Go tribal."
Yeah, this guy just like randomly tapped me on the back of the arm and said, "Nice tribal," and it took me a minute because I was like, "Huh?"
Is tribal coming back?
I didn't
Listen,
know it
they're
ever
trying to bring
left.
back all these '90s things, so maybe tribal's coming back. We're all gonna get tribal armbands now,
I think so.
or like the Pamela Anderson barbed wire.
I will say the reason I got tribal.
That was there.
He was
Damn
a
it,
big.
you were almost in fashion again.
He was so close.
He was a big Baywatch fan. You know.
He wasn't.
He was like, I think you covered that up, Dad. I was like, no, I'm glad I covered it up.
Yeah, the only reason I got my tribal was I was 19 and thought tribal was the coolest thing
Yeah.
in the world.
Well, when you're 19, it is.
I know.
Yeah.
And so that's what I got.
Lame.
I told the guy that, hey, I want tribal and I want Celtic. And he goes, okay.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Let's go do that. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Fun experience we'll have together.
I'm sure there's a tattoo parlor down the street. We'll find it.
I think we passed one. That's how Michael got the idea.
Listen, it'll be this cute little dainty one.
I like this, the little dainty one.
I feel like
I think this is a great idea.
I see nothing wrong with this idea.
So if you're going to have your first one, it should be an Iron Palace podcast one.
Tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp.
I'm just saying I have a jaguar on my thigh because I told the woman whatever you want to do, and she said, and she's from Chile, and she said, you want a jaguar? I said, I would love a jaguar. Therefore, I have a jaguar.
So when we go to Norway every year, there's a tattoo artist that comes out to the hotel, and he's there for like a week, and so he does single needle stick poke tattoos. So
I want one so bad. Yes.
yeah. And so I have several tattoos by him, but a tradition started 3-4 years ago, and by this world-renowned, super awesome tattoo artist, I have semen tattooed on my arm. So every year that I go to Norway, I get a new semen tattoo.
They also have different themes.
Yes.
For each year.
The first one is a plain one. The second one has Viking horns, and then the third one has a handlebar mustache. So every year, he's like, "Are we doing another semen?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, we're doing another semen. Like, let's fucking go."
Do you think I came back here for anything
Yeah, like, what
else?
the fuck? I have several other tattoos done by him, and they're all fantastic. And sitting with him is just like this most insane experience. So he does like this really meaningful tattoo on me, and then semen.
That's also meaningful.
It's very meaningful. Because, every year that I go there, I'm just completely reborn. So I have to just get like tadpoles on me,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
They signify rebirth.
Yeah.
I do, I think.
Especially the one with the handlebar mustache.
So the handlebar mustache one is because we needed a design for last year, and Sunny Sandra Bradley, her boyfriend Lutz, MCs for us at FIFA, and Lutz has a really nice handlebar mustache. And after we got done, I was like, Lutz, I don't have a portrait of anybody on my body except for you. I just need you to know that. So I have a portrait of Lutz as semen on my
That's like baby.
baby Lutz.
Yeah, like
Baby Luke.
Baby Lutz. So there was 3 or 4 of us that got the Lutz tattoo last year.
I think 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Did Kiki get it? Maybe
No, I think it
4.
was just me, Christine, and Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, you should totally get a tramp stamp. Like,
totally.
I clearly am the one to.
If I've learned anything, it's that you need to get a semen tattoo.
Well, you have to come to Norway
you
for
can,
that.
Yeah, you can only get
Okay,
those
yeah.
in Norway.
okay.
All right, so if we ever find ourselves in Norway, you have to get one.
No, you have to go because his shop's in Bergen, and so you have to find his shop because it's like kind of hidden, and like the sign for it is literally like this big. Like we only knew it was there because like we knew it was there,
Yeah.
But you go there and you're like, hey, man, I heard you do some sick semen tattoos. Let me get in on that.
I've seen your work. It's great.
He'll be like, oh, you know Jeana.
It's like fucking Americans.
He'll be like, I've told her to stop sending people here.
I'm tired of tattooing semen all the time.
I remember when I used to do really cool tattoos.
Yeah.
Now I'm tattooing semen all the time.
Anyways, so we have a really good time when we go to Norway.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, that and the moose.
The moose soup.
Yeah, moose soup.
Oh, the moose food is so good. They have moose burgers that are delicious. The
Oh,
soup
the moose
is the
burgers
best.
are the best.
I just like it feels like you mentioned moose soup like
Every time.
Okay,
like,
listen.
in
Once you
half of
have
your
it,
posts, like while
because
you're
it's
there.
so good. It's not just moose soup, because one year they didn't make the moose soup, and we were pissed.
It was
They
so
made-
depressing.
They made a different one, and it was like this moose stew, like, and it was okay.
It was fine. All their food is
it
really
was-
good,
it was
but
fine.
like
It
it's
was
not the
fine.
same.
Yeah.
If I've learned anything, that means it was not fine.
It was just wasn't fine that they didn't have the moose soup.
Yeah.
It would have been fine if they had both of them.
If they had the moose soup and this other stew, which, okay, that's cool, like, great variety, love that for us.
I know the last time Bill talked about it, he was drooling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's that good.
And like Colin said, I'm pretty sure, like, even whenever me and you are texting about setting up podcast stuff, somewhere in the middle there you'll say, and that moose soup was amazing. I was like, cool. So what time are you getting to the Arnold?
I even went so far as I recreated it with just like super lean ground beef, because like moose is just super lean. So I got super lean ground beef, and I managed to make it like a very close copycat of it at
I'm
home.
gonna need that recipe.
There is no recipe. I cook by vibes, man.
Now you sound
I
like
just
my
go to
wife.
my
She says that all the
ancestors,
time.
I season until my ancestors tell me to stop. And
I
that's,
swear, have you talked to my wife before? Because she says this exact same thing.
that's how you're supposed to cook. Yes.
Okay. You hosting the Heartland series now?
Yeah, I like to eat.
All right. Well, I think
Here.
I think that wraps up our time for tonight. Thank y'all for coming on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for making your way out here.
Thanks for having us.
Can't wait to see y'all some more this weekend. Everybody, thanks for watching. Check out some more of these people. Do you guys have any social media you want to plug?
Sure. I'm Lake Tanaya. Not that you can spell that, but that's fine.
That's fine.
The best thing about Tanaya's Instagram is there's a lake in California, Lake Tanaya.
Yeah.
And so in the summertime when people go to visit it, they'll like geotag, and she's like, "Oh, I wonder who's there today." And like,
Yeah.
she gets
They
tagged.
tag me.
So you must have a lot of followers.
Dozens.
Sounds like our views. Yeah. We get tens of views.
Yeah, we were talking to be like, hey, check us out. We get tens of views.
It's impressive.
My Instagram is ginger_lifter916, and yeah, I just travel the world and pick up rocks and eat soup.
Soup. There you have it.
Sounds like a great life, really, though. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, once you guys are done with this bodybuilding,
yeah.
since you still have not been to Iceland and picked up the Husafell,
Thanks for calling me out like that.
Yeah.
you should
need to do that.
You should do that.
I'll get right on that.
I will say though that I did seriously consider getting a tattoo for that, the Husafell pick, like to commemorate that or whatever.
That'd be cool. I would.
But then I still was like, I'm not getting a tattoo.
Okay, but like tribal tramp stamp.
There it is.
Tribal logo.
Tribal tramp stamp. I don't think I've ever wanted anything more than for you to have a tribal tramp stamp.
All right. Well, I would say we'll put out like a like comment thing for Holland to get it. But by the time the possibility of him getting it is over, this video will have like.
Okay, but also comment if you want Holland to get a tribal tramp stamp.
Yeah. If he hasn't got it yet, by the time this video comes out, please let us know.
Maybe we'll start a GoFundMe.
Hey, I've seen GoFundMe started for less.
GoFundMe.
Whichever one. All of them, actually. We'll just start them all.
Let's just do it.
We'll post his Venmo, everything. You can donate. But all right.
You're gonna get a tribal Tramp stamp this
Sorry,
weekend.
Mom.
Well, thanks for coming out. Everybody stay tuned and keep watching for more Arnold content. Hopefully it's, pretty okay. So, see you next time.
Fits in my